Welcome to part 12 of my out-of-print DVD collection. Again, I'd like to state that it's only these particular versions that are out of print. To begin with, we have Conan, The Complete Quest. It's a two-movie collection of the original Schwarzenegger Conan movies, Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. You should all be familiar with these movies, at least with the first one. The second one was a little cheesy. I still enjoyed it. I prefer the first one. And I also prefer this version over the remake they did. Even though I like the remake. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. But yeah, this is the Conan collection. Then we have UHF, a Weird Al movie. His uncle wins a UHF TV station in a poker game, and he lets Weird Al run it. Weird Al is competing with the big network. It's pretty funny. It's like a sketch movie, and there's a bunch of different sketches, I guess, or jokes. I don't know. For those who have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. They're all related. All the sketches are related. It's not like a Kentucky Fried Movie or Amazon Women on the Moon. But it has Michael Richards. And a little bit of the movie is kind of ruined for me now because of that whole comedy club thing that he got into. It also has a young Fran Drescher. Famous little person is in this, Billy Barty. He was in a ton of stuff back in the 80s. People from my generation will know who he is. Fudoh, The New Generation. It's a Takashi Miike movie, I believe. A hyper-violent Japanese gangster movie where the old generation is killed off by the younger. It's pretty out there. You've got little kids, and I'm talking like little kids, like elementary school kids, assassinating people. You have a female character that sticks a tube into her vagina and shoots out a dart to kill people with. I recommend this one. If you're into Miike's movies or the really violent Japanese gangster stuff, you're gonna like this one. Ichi 1 or 1 Ichi, I've seen it listed both ways. This is the prequel to Ichi the Killer. It's a low-budget shot-on-video thing. It's still pretty entertaining. There's one character, he does like, I don't think, was it jujitsu? But yeah, it's one of those joint-locking martial arts where, he puts you into a headlock or an arm lock and he can break a bunch of your bones. The guy's really sadistic, and it's not as polished as Ichi the Killer, but it's still pretty violent, and I enjoyed it. I can't recommend it really, but I enjoyed it. Curse, I put it in the category of weird Japanese horror movies. Stuff like Uzumaki, for those who have seen it, or Hiruko the Goblin. I categorize that as kind of weird. It's not just straightforward Japanese horror, or not a straightforward horror movie, but girl works in a cursed or haunted convenience store. A lot of weird crap is happening. It can be slow at times. I can't give it a full recommendation. I mean, if you come across it and you don't have to spend a lot of money to see it, maybe I'd check it out if you were into the Japanese horror. But I haven't seen it in a while, but I think I enjoyed it. I think I liked it. Then we have a favorite of mine from the 80s, The Hidden and The Hidden 2. Don't remember anything about The Hidden 2, but I do remember The Hidden. It was a cool alien parasite movie where I guess a space squid or something, he gets into your mouth and takes over your body and causes you... The alien has a penchant for like expensive fast cars like Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Good sci-fi movie. I liked it. It's Kyle MacLachlan plays an alien cop that joins up with a human cop to hunt this thing down. It's a lot of fun. Oops. Then we have Grandma's Boy. This is a Adam Sandler produced movie. It stars Alan Covert. He's been in a bunch of Adam Sandler movies. But basically he's a video game tester. And he gets kicked out of his apartment. He has to go live with his grandmother. It's very funny. Linda Cardellini from Freaks and Geeks and Scooby-Doo. Velma from Scooby-Doo is in this. I forget the guy's name, but he was in Hatchet. He was in, what is it, Chillerama? The Vignette horror movie, the one where he plays the Hitler character. Joel something. He plays a weird programmer guy. People who've seen this know exactly what I'm talking about. Nick Swardson, I think is his name. He's in this. He was Terry from Reno 911, the gay prostitute guy that was always on roller skates. I liked it. It was really funny. And you had Doris Roberts from Everybody Loves Raymond. You had Shirley Jones, I think is her name. She was the mom from the Partridge Family. A lot of you younger people will have no idea who that is, but she plays a cougar, or I guess she'd be a granny kind of cougar, but she's hilarious in this one. Then we have a Ralph Bakshi animated Heavy Traffic. I like Bakshi's stuff. He did the Lord of the Rings animated. He did Coonskin. He did that Brad Pitt, Kim Basinger one. The half animated, half live action. Cool World. Yeah, I forget. I seen this movie a long time ago. It takes place in New York. It's violent, it's offensive, but it's good. I like Bakshi's stuff. I especially like his Wizards movie. But yeah, Heavy Traffic. St. Trinians. This was based on books, I believe. There are old black and white movies, some St. Trinian's movies from England. It's basically an all-girls school, and these girls are kind of bad. You know, they got all kind of scams running. It's good. It's funny. Rupert Everett is in drag in this one. Colin Firth plays Rupert Everett's love interest. Russell Brand is in it. That might turn some of you off. Lena Headey from Game of Thrones and Sarah Connor Chronicles is in this. Although you might not recognize her, she plays kind of a very quiet, mousy woman in this one. Misha Barton makes a cameo back when she was big, I guess. The brunette, she was in one of the Clash of the Titans movies. What is her name? Gemma Arterton. Quantum of Solace, Prince of Persia. This one. It's a funny movie. I liked it. They did a sequel to it that I have to pick up. Finally, we have the Reservoir Dogs gascan. I think it's exactly like the Road Warrior Mad Max one, except it just has a different paint job. You can see the top of the gascan, and what I like about this one is the DVD. If I can get this out, the holder is in the shape of a matchbook. Sorry. I don't know if anybody else is having this problem, but the plastic is, the adhesive is losing its stickiness. But yeah, this is, I believe, Uncle Bob's Pancake House. That was the restaurant where they had the discussion or the argument over tipping. For those of you who have seen this movie. And Big Kahuna Burger, I forget if that's what they called that burger in Pulp Fiction. But for some reason, Tarantino really likes his Hawaiian burger places. Yeah, Reservoir Dogs gascan. Well, that's part 12 of my out-of-print DVD collection. Stay tuned for part 13. Lucky 13.